Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to Cooking Up and Exploring with Smitty. So, since it's Christmas time, I always get in the baking mood. So, this morning I was thinking about cookies. My next door neighbor, who was Miss Hoskins, used to always make wonderful cookies and cakes and pastries. She was a baker up at Bakersfield College. So, when she'd make these things, she'd always call moi and asked if I wanted to taste. Well, of course I did. So I went over one day and she made these wonderful persimmon cookies. So, what I'm going to be doing is getting all of my things together and I'm coming back and I'm going to make persimmon cookies. So, I'll see you when I get back. Okay, so let's get started. What I'm starting with, first of all, it says a cup of persimmon puree. So what I'm doing is taking the skin off of the persimmons because we don't need the skin. We just need the inside of the pulp. So I'm pulling that off like so. And I went to the farmer's market yesterday. We went to the farmer's market yesterday. And you can go to a farmer's market every day of the week back here. And I saw some persimmons and I automatically thought of Miss Hoskins and that persimmon cookies that she used to make. So what I'm doing is peeling the skin off of the persimmons because we don't need, and you know what, I've seen cookies made with the skin on, but I'm good with it off. So let's get these all peeled. And they said usually a cup is about 3 persimmons. So that's about 3 that I picked. So let's get this one peeled off. And the skin comes off really, really easy when they're nice and ripened. Let's get the skin peeled off real nice. Persimmon cookies taste more like they're like cake cookies. They're not your average kind of hard cookie. Okay, so that's 2. And then let's do the other one, which would be the third one. 3. Get it peeled off really quick. And then what I'm going to do after I finish peeling all this off is I'm going to get it all mashed up together so that it gives me a cup of persimmon pulp is what they call it. So let me all peeled. They're really beautiful. I love the color. It's a nice, beautiful orange. Okay. So this is my last one. So now that I've got all that skin peeled off, I'm going to use my little whisker here to just mash it up so that I could get juice, get pulp. And as I said, they're really, really soft, so I'm going to get a good pulp. So I'm going to get these all mashed up and I'll be back. Okay, here we go. So what I'm going to start, well, let me show you first of all. I pureed my persimmon and it's really nice and pureed. So what I did is just chopped it up. And then I'm using butter. Someone said that I was trying to do an experiment. Someone said that if you set your butter out and put it up under a jar, that it will go to room temperature for you really quick. Well, that didn't work for me. So I just put it in the microwave for about a second and that gave me room temperature. So it works. So what I'm doing is putting in my butter like so. Got that all in. And then to this butter, I'm going to add some sugar. And this is about This is a cup of sugar. So let's put my sugar in. And what I'm going to do is give it a stir with just the butter and the sugar in. And then to this, I'm going to add my puree, which they said to add a cup, so it would be nice to measure it out so that I can make sure I have a cup, because sometimes you can go over. And I'm using a wet cup ingredients because my ingredients are wet. So let's see if she mapped it out good. She said a cup would be about 3 persimmons. And she came pretty close. So this is like a cup of persimmon puree, which I'm going to pour into my mixture here. Let's get that out. And I'm pretty sure it doesn't matter if I put any more persimmon in. It'll just taste even yummier. So I'm going to mix this together. Just whisk it like so. And if you don't want to whisk, you can use your mixer. My persimmons, I set them out at room temperature so that they could get room temperature. We put them in the refrigerator when we came back yesterday. I don't know if that was smart too. So, to that mixture, I'm going to add my flour. Let me see what my recipe says. My flour, cloves, cinnamon, nutmeg, salt, and it says nuts and raisins, but I'm not a raisin fan, so I'm not putting raisins. But this is my flour. I've already mixed my other ingredients in there. So I'm just going to add it to this, like so. It's just easier to put it all in one bowl and mix it that way. Okay, so I'm going to mix this together. I'm not the cleanest baker here, but I tried. So let me get this all mixed together, and I still have to chop my nuts, and I'll be back. Okay, as you can see, I went ahead and added my nuts, and this is a drop cookie recipes, so you drop them into the pan like this, and you bake them in the oven at 375 for 12 to 15 minutes. So this is like a second thing of cookies I have made already, and I'm getting ready to take some out that I already put in. So, okay, so this is the first batch of cookies. I took them out. Oh, I'm moving my camera around. I took them out of the oven, and I put them on the rack to cool. And I have one over here. This is what they taste like. Very good. Nice and soft. Let me bring my camera up. It's not a real sweet cookie, which I know, and it tastes more like a cake, but the flavors of the nutmeg, the cinnamon, and the allspice are delicious. And you can also put your choice of nuts in here. You can put walnuts. I put pecans in mine. And in some of the cookies you can see where the persimmons didn't go all the way into a paste, and there's still like some whole persimmons in it. So, but a good cookie, delicious to share with your family and friends, good with coffee. Okay, cookies are all done, and I'm putting them into my cookie jar. These are it, and they're nice and yummy. So, thank you for joining me on this persimmon cookie journey. Thank you, Ms. Hoskins, for introducing me to persimmon cookies. And like, share, and subscribe. Thank you to joining me at Cooking and Exploring with Smitty. You all have a nice day.